All right, it's your boy Spank Dog, aka Puffinstein, at YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. BC Spank Dog at Instagram. Let's get into it. Juneteenth falls on June 19th, and everybody gets the day off, or most people get the day off. So it's a federal holiday, and we got a whole bunch of people on video crying about how Juneteenth is not a holiday or it shouldn't be a holiday, when in all actuality, it's one of the holidays with the most meaning behind it. You understand? Like, the amount of importance behind Juneteenth is extremely important. And out of all the holidays that we take days off for, I would say it's one of the most important by far. You know, they kept slaves in Texas from knowing that they were free for 2 years after they had been freed, and then let them know. They kept them as slaves for an extra 2 years. Imagine if they keep you for an extra 2 years. And that still doesn't sum up how disgusting it was what they did. So anyway, I had to prove my point. The Young Turk Sports are going to help me with this one.
Juneteenth should not be a federal holiday. And remember, everybody, Republicans fought to free the slaves, Democrats did not. And the reason why this holiday existed in Texas is because Democrats decided not to tell the people that they enslaved that they were free. The reason why this holiday even existed is because in Texas is because Democrats decided not to tell the enslaved people that they were free.
As always,
she's a nincompoop.
Good Trouble is about to show what a takedown looks like on someone who is clueless.
First of all, this is the smile of unearned confidence. Second of all, you're saying that this shouldn't be a federal holiday based on your misunderstanding of who told who the enslaved people were free and who was holding them. Did I get that? It stands to reason that if the roles were reversed, you would be saying that it would be fine to be a national holiday. What the fuck is even your argument here? It was conservative Texans that enslaved people 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed. Conservative Rafael Cruz, okay? That's who would have done that. This is an insane, incoherent argument, which, I mean, yeah. Juneteenth is a day to reflect on our dark history of slavery and to celebrate the resiliency of Black people and African Americans, and to acknowledge that the pursuit of freedom and equity is still ongoing, thanks to certain people.
The problem for her is it's obvious where she got this feeling from.
Okay, everybody, a lot of people are going to be saying Happy Juneteenth.
Oh, man, this guy, no good. It's ignorance at its finest. When any of these people that I'm about to show you, or, the fine young lady that we just saw, this man right here, and the people that are about to come up, no matter what, you have no argument. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're talking about people who were enslaved for 400 years, finally were freed, and you're saying it's not a reason to celebrate.
It should not be a federal holiday, and I'm on my way to work.
Black Americans were enslaved for over 400 years, and when they were finally freed, they didn't get the message right away. It took 2 more years for the last group in Texas to find out. And in that moment, Juneteenth marked the final enforcement of freedom. And you're saying that doesn't deserve a federal holiday? I know you're racist, Charlie Kirk, but come on. You're on your way to work, and that's cool. Black people worked for free for generations. They built this country with their blood, sweat, and tears. Juneteenth isn't about a day off. It's about recognizing the struggle, the resilience, and the strength and the freedom that Black Americans had to fight for, and it was something they were never just given. If that makes you and your white conservative base uncomfortable, then the issue isn't the holiday. It's y'all. It's y'all's lack of empathy, your lack of understanding, and your racism and bigotry.
Charlie,
the parents of that young man should be proud.
Charlie Kirk's message, even if out of pocket,
Charlie Kirk
echoes through this movement?
Charlie
Right
Kirk.
in my eyes right now, but we have the car loaded up. I've got the kids in the back seat. We are heading to the lake for the day since daycare's closed and we're off work for Juneteenth. So figured it'd be a nice day to go to the lake. Matt's parents are there and his sister and like their cousins. So we haven't seen them in a while since they live kind of far away. So I'm gonna go hang out with them, hopefully get some time by the pool and just like cousin bonding time today. Matt is not coming because he has a golf tournament. So he's playing golf.
Oh,
I'm taking
Matt
the
has
kids
a
to his
golf
family,
tournament.
but it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. We all get along. So that's our plans today. Not really
Kudos to
celebrating
Matt.
Juneteenth, but got the day off, so we're going to make the most of it. Have you noticed this pattern with the left where they take something that most people agree on, something good, and they twist it into something political? For example, today's Juneteenth.
People love groups. I want to be called a human being. When you use like the group that you think the person belongs to as an adjective, you're like separating the person. You know, I want us all to unite. You know, I want us to be all one. All this grouping and, you know, nationality is different, of course. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm proud of it. But like I'm saying, I'd rather people, when they address me, it would be that human being, not that Puerto Rican guy over there. I'm ultra prideful of being Puerto Rican. I got the Puerto Rican punching bag right behind me. You know, your boy's nice with his hands. You know what I'm saying? My pops had us boxing since we was young. You know what I'm saying? My pops trained 2 Golden Glove fighters. I am Puerto Rican, but like I said, I don't want to be separated.
And it marks the day that slavery finally ended in Texas 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. That is a real meaningful moment in history. No one's arguing that. Conservatives aren't out here saying that we shouldn't celebrate the end of slavery.
Yes, they are. That's literally what this is about. What is she talking about?
Now, Juneteenth is officially called Juneteenth National Independence Day. And that's where the issue lies, because we already have an Independence Day on July 4th, the day that we declared freedom.
Forget about the fact that they were slaves for 400 years. She's mad about 2 words being added. Yeah, man, those 2 words, that's a big issue. How dare they add 2 words? We already have a 4th of July, Independence Day. That's what we should get hung up on. Not the fact that they, oh my God, what they did was so horrible. And this lady's talking about why they add the 2 words. She doesn't know how stupid she sounds. And let me tell you something. I don't really call people out their name like that, but this type of stuff gets me so angry.
For all Americans. With the left, it's not about acknowledging history, it's about rewriting the narrative, just like they did with feminism. Feminism started with equality, but now it's about erasing women, rejecting motherhood, and pushing radical ideology. Same tactic, just different issue. The left takes things that we could all agree on, like basic fairness and celebrating freedom, and they twist it into tools to divide us. It's no longer about honoring the past, it's about rewriting it. And that's why so many conservatives are hesitant to celebrate Juneteenth the way that the left wants us to. Not because we don't value freedom or history, but because we know what this is really about. It's not just a holiday, it's a political weapon. So that's why so many conservatives don't think that it should be a national holiday. But I'd love to hear your thoughts, so let me know in the comments.
Girl, you are going to hell. She got the day off because of Juneteenth. She got to take her kids to the lake because of Juneteenth, but yet she still found time to hop into her car to complain about Juneteenth.
The voice came out of nowhere.
First of all, does anybody even know what the...
Oh man, I don't even got nothing to say about this one. You already know what's up with homegirl right here. You know what I'm saying? She looks like she don't like nobody, let alone black folks.
Juneteenth is anyways? Let's start with the fact that we have all been lied to. We've been lied to about our history, about unity, about what equity actually means in this country. They tell us race shouldn't matter, but then they give a government-approved holiday to one race and not the other. They say don't see color, but then they force you to celebrate one race for an entire month. And suddenly, if you say something about it, then you're the problem. The truth is, white people are not celebrated by default for 11 months like they want you to
All right,
think.
cool. I'm doing a
That's
live
just a
right
cop
now.
out excuse for you.
I'm gonna hit you up when I'm done. Should be about 10 minutes. But yeah, that's not a problem.
You to celebrate selective recognition of one race. We don't teach real history.
Someone please help out this person that's lost the plot.
And that's where the issue lies, because we already have an Independence Day on July 4th, the day that we declared freedom for all Americans.
I'm going to go ahead and treat you as hostile because you said
This guy's the best. God bless you, brother, wherever you at. I hope you see this.
We declared freedom for all Americans.
I'm going to go ahead and treat you as hostile because you said disgustingly gross anti-human things. Because you're white and you're mad that brown people might get holidays in this country, because that's really what this is about. I'm old enough to remember when Lincoln's birthday and Washington's birthday combined into President's Day to make MLK Day a national holiday. And white people lost their ever-loving minds. I can't believe that N-word's going to get a holiday. I can't believe they got rid of the two best presidents ever to give that N-word a holiday. Weeks and weeks and weeks, I heard this dozens upon dozens and dozens of times. You MAGA people are gross, disgusting, horrible pieces of trash human beings. You said that that this wasn't a good holiday because all Americans were already made free for July 4th. Were they? Were they, or were all Americans made free on June 19th, 1865, when the last slaves were freed? Yep. You don't actually care about that. You only truly, absolutely care about your perception and your proximity to whiteness, and anything that a Democrat does is bad. That's all you give about. You don't care about black people. You don't care about black struggles. You don't care about the plights of minorities in this country. You are just pissed off at anything that does not propagate your white MAGA Chad Tyler absolute disgusting. I hope this helps.
Good stuff here. Meanwhile,
just one more on Juneteenth. Does the president plan to commemorate the holiday today or make any comment on it?
I'm not tracking his signature on a proclamation today. I know this is a federal holiday. I want to thank all of you for showing up to work. We are certainly here. We're working 24/7 right now. Nikki, go ahead.
Actually, that was my question. Will you plan to mark Juneteenth in any way, either today or with an event later on, maybe next week?
Sure. I just answered that question for you.
The president wrote in a post on Truth Social, too many non-working holidays in America. It is costing our country, capital C, billions of dollars, all caps, to keep all of these businesses closed. The workers don't want it either. That's a lie. Soon we'll end up having a holiday for every once working day of the year. I mean, I hope so. It must change if we are going to, comma, all caps, make America great again.
He's a bozo.
Of note, of course, if we're talking about working, the president has spent over 24% of his time golfing.
The golfer.
That is per TrumpGolfTrack.com.
The golfer. All right, let me make sure to hit a thumbs up. You already know the Young Turk Sports. If you make a video like that, in my opinion, you're a racist. That's it. There's no other reason for you to spend that amount of time, that much energy. For you to go, all the way to making a video about it, yeah, in my opinion, you're racist. I don't care what you have to say. You sound like Charlie Brown's teacher to go, womp, 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 womp. That's how they sound to me. Yeah, and it has nothing to do with white, black, Chinese, nothing like that. It has to do with ignorance against logic. It's your boy Spank Dog, man. Much love. You know what I'm saying, but I don't know what to say other than I pray for the people that are ignorant and racist. It's your boy Spank Dog. I'm out of here.